Shocking revelation. You think you know the Renaissance? Think again. The dawn of secret societies. The Renaissance was an age of intellectual awakening, cultural blossoming, and radical change. Spanning roughly from the 14th to the 17th century, this period redefined Europe through a rediscovery of classical antiquity, the birth of humanism, and a growing hunger for knowledge. But amidst the soaring cathedrals, brilliant paintings, and philosophical treatises, another force stirred, quiet, concealed, and potent: the rise of secret societies. The Renaissance provided fertile ground for clandestine orders. Feudal hierarchies and the Catholic Church's monopoly on truth were being challenged by humanism, a movement that emphasized individual potential and critical thought. The printing press unlocked ancient texts, long buried in forgotten libraries, stirring minds with ideas from Plato, Pythagoras, and Hermes Trismegistus. These texts spoke of mystical sciences, sacred geometries, and hidden wisdom, fuel for the secret fires lit in elite circles across Europe. Hidden agendas and symbolism. The Florentine Academy. Founded in 1462 by Cosimo de' Medici, the Florentine Academy was publicly a haven for Neoplatonic philosophy, arts, and the translation of ancient works. But behind closed doors, this circle of intellectual elites was more than just a literary society. It was a nexus of esoteric exploration. Marsilio Ficino, a central figure of the Academy, translated the Corpus Hermeticum, texts attributed to Hermes Trismegistus, which detailed mystical and alchemical concepts of cosmic harmony. Members of the Academy believed in the soul's ascent through beauty, music, and knowledge, a deeply spiritual journey couched in Neoplatonic ideals and veiled references to ancient rites. The Rosicrucians. Perhaps the most enigmatic of Renaissance secret societies, the Rosicrucians emerged publicly in the early 17th century with the publication of the Fama Fraternitatis and Confessio Fraternitatis. Yet their roots are often traced to the late Renaissance. Allegedly founded by Christian Rosenkreuz, a semi-mythical figure who traveled to the East and returned with secret knowledge, the Rosicrucians claimed to possess advanced wisdom in alchemy, medicine, and divine truths. They preached a reformation of science, religion, and politics, and were said to operate anonymously, healing the sick, guiding the lost, and influencing power structures behind the scenes. Their symbolism, roses, crosses, alchemical diagrams, was cryptic and charged with spiritual significance. Some scholars believe they were not a physical organization, but rather an intellectual movement disguised as myth, allowing those in power to philosophize, experiment, and question orthodoxy without persecution. The Knights Templar's shadow. Although officially disbanded in 1312, the Knights Templar cast a long and dark shadow over the Renaissance. The order's dramatic downfall, accusations of heresy, mass arrests, and public executions only served to deepen the aura of mystery surrounding them. Throughout the Renaissance, legends abounded that the Templars had survived in secret. Whispers of hidden treasures, sacred relics, and forbidden rites circulated in elite circles. Renaissance-era secret societies often borrowed Templar symbols and organizational models, hierarchical structures, initiation rituals, and codes of secrecy, consciously invoking their mythos. The art of disguise. In a time when questioning religious dogma or royal authority could mean execution, secrecy was survival. Renaissance secret societies became masters of disguise, embedding their beliefs in plain sight through symbolism, codes, and architectural marvels. Symbolism in art. Art became a powerful tool for encrypted expression. Botticelli's Primavera, Leonardo da Vinci's Last Supper, and Michelangelo's Sistine Chapel ceiling are often cited as containing hidden symbols, numerological patterns, and veiled messages. Allegorical figures, hand gestures, and obscure mythological references were all means of expressing ideas that couldn't be spoken aloud. These paintings were more than art. They were puzzles for the initiated, offering esoteric truths to those who knew how to read them. Secret spaces and codes. Palazzos and cathedrals often featured hidden chambers, spiral staircases leading to nowhere, and mathematically perfect proportions rooted in Pythagorean and Hermetic teachings. The architecture of Florence, Venice, and Rome reveals clues to secret networks, where meetings were held, knowledge exchanged, and oaths whispered under frescoed ceilings. Written communication, too, became an art form. steganography, hiding messages within images or texts, and cipher alphabets like those in the Voynich manuscript or Trithemius's works were employed to protect ideas from the Inquisition and rival powers. Impact on history. Shaping movements. Renaissance secret societies didn't exist in isolation. They influenced, and in some cases engineered, key shifts in political and scientific thought. Their ideals of knowledge, reform, and enlightenment laid the groundwork for the scientific revolution, and later, the Enlightenment. Elite figures like Galileo, Francis Bacon, and Isaac Newton, all associated to varying degrees with secretive or semi-secretive groups, pushed boundaries that reshaped humanity's understanding of the cosmos. Spiritual science and sacred technology. Alchemy, the spiritual ancestor of modern chemistry, flourished within these secret societies. While many were drawn by the promise of transmuting base metals into gold, the true goal was transformation of the self, a symbolic great work of spiritual purification. The fusion of science, magic, and mysticism in these circles prefigured breakthroughs in anatomy, astronomy, and engineering. Hidden orders preserved and transmitted techniques long before they became mainstream. Legacy in modern groups. The Masonic lodges, Illuminati conspiracies, and theosophical movements of later centuries all owe their philosophical and symbolic DNA to Renaissance predecessors. Even today, societies like the Freemasons and Rosicrucian orders trace their spiritual lineages to the secret clubs of Florence and beyond. Unveiling the mysteries. Despite centuries of speculation, many questions remain unanswered. Were these societies real, metaphorical, or both? What power did they truly wield? And what have we yet to uncover? Historians, art analysts, and archaeologists continue to unearth new pieces of this puzzle, be it through undeciphered manuscripts, symbolic alignments in architecture, or hidden documents in private collections. Every discovery raises new theories, new debates, and new fascinations. Above all, the allure of secret societies lies in what they represent: a hunger for hidden truth, a defiance of imposed limits, and the belief that some knowledge is too sacred to be spoken openly. The Renaissance's hidden architects. The Renaissance secret societies weren't mere curiosities or footnotes in history. They were architects of the unseen world, shaping thought, aesthetics, and innovation from behind the veil. In a world where truth was dangerous, these societies protected the flame of inquiry and passed it through generations. Today, the whispers of the Florentine Academy, the echoes of the Rosicrucians, and the ghost of the Templars still stir imaginations. Their legacy is not just found in history books, but in the very spirit of curiosity and rebellion that drives humanity forward. The true secret is this: even now, the Renaissance isn't over. Its mysteries still live, and they may be hiding in plain sight.